Hello again. I'm Joshua Nelson. I'm here with Victor Cope, who is the pastor of First Indian Baptist Church in Moore, Oklahoma. He is also, in the interest of full disclosure, my pastor. I'm a member there at First Indian. And so, Victor, welcome. Thanks so much for coming and being with us today.
I enjoy the opportunity.
All right, great. Well, Victor, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind. Give us a kind of an intro to who you are and what you do.
Okay. Well, my name is Victor Cope. I am the pastor of the First Indian Baptist Church in Moore, and I also teach school in Tecumseh Public Schools. I'm the Indian Education Director there. My job is to be able to keep 870 Indian students in school. And then I also do some federal programs for the school district. I'm also the Executive Director for Indian Falls Creek, a summer camp that draws a little over 3,000 people every summer. And all ages. We're a family camp, kind of going back, to some of our roots as being tribal. And so everybody comes from 90-year-old people to, babies that are just born.
Uh-huh.
And then I also do some consulting and grant writing for about 56 other school districts, and do that. And then I have a wife. I got 2 children, 5 grandchildren, and the Lord is blessed.
Yes, indeed. So I asked you what you did. Maybe I should have asked what you don't do. It sounds like you stay pretty busy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stay very busy.
Well, let me ask you. You said that you're native. We might have guessed that, some of us watching. But
Yes.
Could you tell us a little about your tribal affiliations?
I'm enrolled with the Citizen Potawatomi Nation in Shawnee, Oklahoma. I'm also absentee. I'm more absentee Shawnee than anything. But my daughters need to be on a roll. And so, the CPN, Citizen Potawatomi Nation, they don't have a blood quantum. The absentee, they do. And so I renounced my
A minimum
Yes.
amount that you have to be in
That's
order
right.
to be on the rolls.
That's
Okay.
right. And that they've lowered it since, now my daughters could be.
Ah, I see.
And so I'm absentee Shawnee, I'm also Creek, and then I'm French. But I'm only French when I kiss my wife.
That's a pretty good one.
That's when I go to schools to be able to teach other school districts about, relating to our Indian students and some of the tendencies, that our Indian students have. I always introduce myself like that because somebody always asks, well, what tribe are you? Yeah. And it never fails. The teachers, when I get to that section, they don't know whether to laugh. I said, it's okay to laugh.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm a Cherokee Swede.
Yes.
But I'm a terrible masseuse, so I just stick with the Cherokee
there
part.
you go.
There you go. All right. Well, Victor, one of the reasons that I asked you to come today was to talk to us about native versions of Christianity, which is kind of the focus area that we've got going on for part of this unit. So as the pastor of First Indian Baptist there in Moore, I wonder if you could talk a little bit about what makes an Indian Baptist church different from a normal or run-of-the-mill kind of Southern Baptist church, in your mind.
In my mind, our Indian churches, if you go to the eastern side of I-35, that's where the civilized tribes have basically been moved to in Oklahoma. And then you go west of I-35 and you have all the other tribes, the Plains Indians. And if you go among our Creek and Seminole churches, some of the churches, the men will still sit on the right side, the women will sit on the left. They'll be, the church will be completely different. And the messages will be preached in the native language. The songs will be in the native language, even though that everybody speaks English. But in those services, not everybody speaks the tribal language.
Right.
But they still carry that tradition. There'll be camp houses that will be around a particular church building, and that goes along back to some of the things that we did as a tribe whenever we would set up camp, and that there would be a center section, and then all the teepees or all the other houses or dwellings would be around that particular center stage of that particular tribe. And some of our churches are still set up that way. Our church is, there's not a whole lot of difference. The only difference among our metropolitan churches, The churches in the East, they're directed at one particular tribal group.
Mm-hmm.
The West, they're going to be one particular tribal group. In Moore, the First Indian Baptist Church of Moore, you have all kinds of different tribes. So you can't just
Right.
focus in on just one particular culture.
Mm-hmm.
And our Indian churches are famous on, as you know, time. And time
You might be there a while.
time is not a problem for us, and we can go all day long. And going all day long is something that we used to do.
Mm-hmm. It's something that a lot of worshipers look forward to, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Fair enough to
They just
say.
don't want to be in a rush.
Mm-hmm.